They told us Nigeria was born in 1914, but the land and its people existed long before borders were drawn on a map. This soil has felt the footsteps of ancient kings, kings who communed with gods, and gods who walked among men. Nigeria is not just one nation, it is a universe of over 250 tribes, each with its own tongue, its own gods, and its own rhythm of life. Before the colonizers came, there were empires, there was magic, there was memory. This is the soul of Nigeria, and this is what they never taught you. They say Nigeria is made of over 250 ethnic groups. But the truth? Each of those groups holds many more within, dialects, customs, and identities that twist and turn like the rivers that shape them. The Yoruba, from Lagos to Ilorin, Ekiti to Oyo, the Yoruba speak in many tongues: Ijebu, Ondo, Egba, Awori, Owo, each one unique, yet woven by the thread of a common ancestry. Here, kings are born by destiny. The Oba is not just a ruler, but a sacred symbol. Beside him stands the Ifa priest, the gatekeeper of ancient wisdom. Their cities echo with drum beats and oriki, praise poetry that holds memory. The Igbo. In the southeast, the Igbo thrive, not as a kingdom, but a network of clans. A truly democratic people, every man a king in his own compound. But even the Igbo is not one voice. From Onitsha to Nsukka, Newi to Abakaliki, dialects shift, customs differ. Some say Igbo Ukwu, others say Igbo Newi, yet all stand under the sacred knowledge of Odinani, the ancestral belief system. Here, shrines whisper truths, and kola nut is more than a fruit. It's a language. The Hausa Fulani. To the north, the Hausa Fulani, a union of two great peoples, bonded by Islam and tradition. Here, Arabic scripts blend with Hausa proverbs. The Sultan of Sokoto holds not just power, but spiritual weight. The Hausa language dances with Kanuri, Gwari, and Nupe dialects in a complex web. Horsemen ride in Durbar festivals, regal and reverent. The others, Nigeria's hidden worlds. But Nigeria does not end there. The Tiv speak in rhythmic patterns, oral poets of the Benue Valley. The Ijaw, river people of the Niger Delta, live on water and speak multiple dialects: Izon, Kalabari, Nembe. The Ibibio, Efik, Anang, all connected, yet distinct. The Idoma, the Nupe, the Gwari, the Urhobo, the Itsekiri. Each tribe is a world, each dialect, a code, each culture, a kingdom of its own. Nigeria is not just a country, it's a continent disguised as one nation, with over 500 languages and countless ways to say, "We are here." Before there was a country called Nigeria, there was Nok, one of the oldest known civilizations in sub-Saharan Africa. From around 1000 BC, they crafted mysterious terracotta statues with piercing eyes and mastered iron smelting centuries before Europe. They vanished, but their legacy whispers from the soil. Then rose the sacred city of Ife, where bronze heads were forged with a skill so advanced, many thought aliens had come. Their art wasn't just beauty, it was divine technology, used to speak with the gods. To the south, the Benin kingdom carved a forest empire with moats deeper than castles. They built walls longer than the Great Wall of China, and ruled with obus believed to be gods on earth. In the north, the Kanem Bornu Empire thrived for 1,000 years, trading with Arab merchants, building cities in the desert, and defending their faith with fiery cavalry. The Nuri people, peaceful and priestly, ruled without armies, governing through sacred oaths and taboos that bound the Igbo heartlands. And then came Oyo, fierce and proud. They controlled trade routes, built mighty cavalry, and spread Yoruba culture through conquest and diplomacy. Nigeria wasn't born. It was carved, ruled, and blessed by many hands. It was never waiting to be discovered. It was ignored, erased, forgotten, by design. Before foreign gods arrived, the people of this land already walked with the divine. In Yoruba land, the Orisa were many, not myths, but forces of nature, justice, and destiny. Sango, the god of thunder and fire, his rage shook the skies. Ogun, god of iron and war, watched over blacksmiths and warriors. Osun, river goddess of fertility and love, flowed with compassion. Obatala, father of all Orisa, the sculptor of mankind. And at the heart of it all, Ifa, the sacred system of wisdom, prophecy, and the divine word of Olodumare. In the East, among the Igbo, spirituality was deeply rooted in the land. Amadioha, god of thunder and justice, struck with truth. Ani, the Earth Mother, was guardian of morality and agriculture. Ekwensu, not evil as later misunderstood, but a god of trade, strategy, and duality. Each village had its own deities, personal shrines, and ancestral spirits, a unique spiritual code passed through generations. In the north, long before colonization, Islam arrived through trade from North Africa in the 11th century. The Hausa people embraced Allah, not by conquest, but by connection through merchants and scholars. Scholars like Uthman Danfodio led Islamic revival in the 1800s, shaping the spiritual and political life of the Sokoto Caliphate. Across Nigeria, there were hundreds of deities, spirits, and belief systems. Some worshipped rivers, others trees. Some offered kola nuts to ancestors, others read cowries or followed stars. This spiritual world was rich, layered, and alive. But then came foreign missionaries, Christianity from the west, Islam from the north, and slowly the gods were silenced, their shrines were burned, their worship demonized. But even in whispers they still speak. They live in names, festivals, chants, waiting to be remembered. Today Nigeria stands tall, rich in oil, echoing with music, vibrant in culture, yet deeply wounded by division. The promise of unity fades in the shadow of tribalism. Elections are no longer about competence, but where you're from. A Yoruba man, an Igbo man, a Hausa man, each with pride but often at odds. The very thing that makes us colorful is what's used to tear us apart. Religion, once a guide, has become a sword. Churches multiply, mosques rise, but harmony fades. We no longer ask who is right, only who is wrong. Yet through the noise, the heartbeat of our ancestors whispers. In our music, Fuji meets highlife. Afrobeat fuses with hip-hop. Language is reborn on canvas, in poetry, in dance. In the streets of Lagos, Kano, Enugu, and Makurdi, young Nigerians are redefining identity. They blend the modern with the ancient. They wear jeans, but speak their mother tongues. They party on Fridays, but still pour libations on holidays. We are not just Nigerians. We are Yoruba, with the wisdom of Ifa. We are Igbo, with the fire of Amadioha. We are Hausa, raised in the rhythm of the Quran. We are Tiv, Efik, Ijao, Nupe, Kanuri. We are children of gods, children of history. And we are not lost. We are waking up. In 1914, a British man named Lord Frederick Lugard drew an invisible line and called it Nigeria. But this land was never one. It was many nations, cultures, tongues, and spiritual worlds. The North had embraced Islam centuries before, brought through trade routes from Mali and the Middle East. Hausa emirs ruled with Islamic law and faith in Allah. The South still communed with ancient gods, from Sango's thunder to Ekwensu's trickery, from Ifa's divination to Ani's earthly balance. But the British saw none of this. They ignored the shrines, the empires, the harmony of chaos. Colonial rule forced unity where there was none, and crushed sacred roots in the process. Christian missionaries flooded the South. Islam grew stronger in the North. Traditional priests were mocked. Shrines were burnt. Stories were silenced. Nigeria was no longer a soul with many voices. It became a colony with a single master. To truly know Nigeria, you must walk its ancient paths, hear the whispers of forgotten gods, and feel the heartbeat of over 250 nations in one body. This is not just history. This is truth. A truth wrapped in drumming songs, carved in sacred shrines, and etched into every scar Nigeria bears. We are more than borders, more than what colonial ink claimed. We are stories, still breathing. If this moved you, share the story. Subscribe for more untold African truths. Reclaim our soul, one tale at a time.